Costa Rica didn't work. Portugal wasn't quite right, and the beach in Mexico came with problems they didn't expect. But then Jack and Simone found San Miguel de Allende, a beautiful colonial town in the mountains of Mexico. And for the first time, their family started to feel like they could actually build a life here. Today, we're visiting their home to hear how they got there, what life really costs, and what they had to figure out to make this move sustainable. Because finding the place was only half the story. The bigger question was whether they could actually afford to stay.
The eco village that we
Right.
thought
Tell
was
me,
going to be
because-
amazing was not amazing.
Oh.
We're out. And I was like, what do you mean? Like,
But you're
we're
pregnant.
just starting to get used to being back in the States, and we're used to like this life. No, I want to leave. I want to be in Mexico by my birthday. And that was like in 6 weeks. San Miguel kept popping up. Never even heard of San Miguel. So like, oh, we heard of it before when we looked into Mexico. Well, San Miguel became our spot.
Jack and Simone, you guys have just finished up with the military. You're in Seattle, and you're ready for something new. Talk to us about that next chapter of your life.
Well, as the military closed, I felt like I lost purpose.
Yeah.
And we had our son who was 2 years old, and we didn't know, well, I should speak for myself. I didn't know what really being a father was, being a family man was, because I was always working, I was always gone. So we saw a show on Netflix about this eco village in Costa Rica.
Oh my gosh.
And we said, that's the kind of people we want to live by.
Yeah.
And maybe it would be a new mission for us, going there and meeting these people and living with these people, and how it's all permaculture and it's a eco-friendly, intentional community. And so we headed off to Costa Rica a week after I got out of the military.
Oh my gosh, I didn't realize it was that fast. Okay, so that's a big jump. How did you feel about that, Simone?
I was excited. I felt free and like ready to embark on a new adventure, and I was up for any place and anything. And so when we decided that, we had our whole list, right? And we narrowed it down, and yeah, Costa Rica was it.
But it was a little shocking because as you leave the military, your whole purpose is just gone for me.
Right.
And so I was a little bit hesitant also, because it's just like, do I really just want to give up and go somewhere else? That's how I felt. But also, like, I knew there was healing involved there, especially with that community that we were looking at.
Oh my goodness. Okay, so now you're in Costa Rica. You're living this life that's so drastically different. What happens next?
Well, for me, it became a whole process of finding myself.
Yes.
Costa Rica was the place where I started journaling. I was meditating more. I got back into a workout regimen. Like, I was back in the military. I was waking up at 4:30.
Oh
and
my goodness.
I was just trying to figure out who I was outside the military. Because I've heard these stories of you get out of the military, now you're a veteran, and now you don't know who you are. You don't have all these people around you all the time. You don't have all the brothers and sisters around you. So I was just taking that time to really go internalize my entire being.
Yeah.
What's my purpose in life, God?
Yeah.
And that was really the big question there for me was, can I find purpose again without the military? Because I thought my purpose was leadership, and it was leading soldiers. And there I was now in Costa Rica, no soldiers, and lots of times felt alone in my own head, you know?
Yeah. So then you leave Costa Rica and you go back to the United States. So what took you back to the US?
I feel like we had 3 reasons leaving Costa Rica to go back. And one of them is we realized that the cost of living was the exact same as being in Seattle, which
we've
was
heard that.
Yeah, and it was one of our main things of leaving. So we can save money and spend it on the things that we really valued. And so that was one of the things. And then I feel like it was really like rustic in a way that we didn't expect. So I feel it was that was a shock as well. And a lot of the ways that we were eating as a family were like really clean, and there weren't those alternatives in Costa Rica. So then we're like going out of our way or spending triple the amount of money to find these alternative clean things. We're like, okay, no, we need a pivot. We know that we don't want to live full time in the US, but let's just go back there to regroup. So that's why we went back.
You know, I'd say one last thing is that the eco village that we
Tell
thought was
me,
going to be
because-
amazing was not amazing. It was not what we thought.
Organic food, and you're raising your own chickens.
It was.
But no.
She was sick the whole time. It was rain
mold
season.
poisoning.
It was mold everywhere, and we were just like, "What did we just get ourselves into?" And we left there after a week, and actually went beachside. And we just hung out there and regrouped first there, and then we decided, yes, let's go back to the States. We'll stay with her mom while we get our feet under us.
Yeah.
And bring our camper van from Seattle down to Atlanta. That was the next step.
I'm proud of you guys though, because that's like the first thing is you just have to get out there and have the adventure. And then you pivot, right?
Yeah.
The fact that you were both on the same page to pivot. And then now you find yourselves in Atlanta in an RV. Now, I know, Simone, you have many, many talents. And one is you're a writer.
Yeah.
And so you wrote children's books, right?
Yes.
And
I have
so
a whole
you were-
series.
I can't wait to see more about it. But you were traveling around the US then, doing your book tours and writing your books. But then you get to a point, right, where you're ready for the next adventure. And if I'm correct, you guys went to Portugal, right?
Yeah.
Yes, we
It
sure
felt like
did.
midway through our RV adventure, we had, I had a work retreat planned, so I went to go attend this conference. And while we were there, we connected with so many different amazing people who had such free, inspiring lives. And one of them in particular was was who motivated us to look into Mexico and Puerto Morelos in particular.
Okay. Wow. So now we've jumped to Mexico. You're in Puerto Morelos.
We weren't yet. So we got back from Portugal, and then when Simone got pregnant again, she was like, we're leaving. We're out. And I was like, what do you mean? Like,
But you're
we're
pregnant.
just starting to get used to being back in the States, and we're used to like this life. No, I want to leave. I want to be in Mexico by my birthday. And that was like in 6 weeks. I'm like, all right, let's do
Well, you
it.
did it. You went to Costa Rica, right? Within
Yeah.
a week. Why not Mexico in 6 weeks? Pregnant with a child already.
Yeah, so it was a little like
That's awesome.
rapid fire for
Yeah,
me, but
yeah.
it worked out really well. And if we didn't meet that person in Portugal, Samantha, we would have never even heard of Puerto Morelos.
wouldn't have known.
Mexico probably wouldn't have hit our map because I don't think we were really looking at that. Costa Rica was our spot. Portugal was our next. Mexico was kind of thrown out there, but when you heard her story with her daughter and just the lifestyle, you're like,
Awesome.
very compelling to
Yes.
go and see that.
Because it's true. I feel like if you've been to the Mayan Riviera, you know where Puerto Morelos is. If you haven't, you hear Playa del Carmen, Tulum, Cancun. So it was a very specific place to go. Before San Miguel, Jack and Simone tried a lot of different versions of the life they wanted. Costa Rica, RV life, Portugal, and then the beach in Mexico. But each place gave them something, but none of them fully worked. So now you're in Puerto Morelos. You've been there almost 2 years. You've had your second son. But what took you out of Puerto Morelos?
So when the youngest was about a year old, we started to see this rash on his body. And at first it was just there. He didn't show any discomfort. And then a few months later, he started becoming really itchy. And at that point, of course, my mama heart was like, so we did all the things. We tried all the natural remedies. We went to this Mayan abuelita to do all these beautiful
Very cool.
treatments for us. And
This little one.
yeah, I'm talking about you, baby. And nothing was working. Maybe you would give him like 5 minutes of relief, maybe an hour of relief, but then it would just become really aggravated again. And so at that point, we're like, okay, let's go see one of the naturopath doctors that was in town. And then he said, he immediately looked at his skin and was like, oh, that's from mold. That's the humidity building up in all the structures, the homes. And there's really nothing that you can do. So we tried a few other things like homeopathy, but none of it, again, was a lasting remedy. So that's when we knew we just had to leave. Like, we can't, change the humidity of Puerto Morelos. So
And
we
that's
needed to
often
pivot.
something that happens. I've heard many people, they live in Bali, there's a lot of mold and humidity if you're at the beach. So something to consider when you choose to live at the beach, it could be a health risk for someone in the family, like your little guy.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
so now you have to move on.
And I didn't want to.
I know it,
I did not want to leave. That was
You
it.
sound like me. Whenever we've left places, I'm like, I'm not going.
But she was all like, let's go, we'll move somewhere.
Somewhere.
Cabo was her place.
Somewhere dry.
So yeah. And so I was totally opposed to it. And then we went back to stateside to Atlanta to visit her mom.
Yes.
And when we came back, his skin was twice as bad.
Because Atlanta's so humid too, right? Was that
I think
the problem,
he
or?
found relief being out of it, and
okay.
then coming back into it, it like flared.
Oh,
Yeah.
I
It
see,
flared
I
even more.
see.
And that's when I was like, fine, let's
gotta
start
go.
looking. And then we started just you know how it is when you move.
Yes.
Google search everything.
YouTube videos.
Homeschooling, dry,
Yeah.
you know, all these things. And San Miguel kept popping up. Never even heard of San Miguel. So they go, oh, we heard of it before when we looked into Mexico. Well, San Miguel became our spot,
And here we are. By the time they reached San Miguel, they were not just comparing countries. They knew the kind of life they wanted to live. I know the circumstance was not optimal to be leaving Puerto Morelos with your sweet little boy having his skin issue and health problems. So I want you guys to tell us about kind of your lifestyle. Like, what are the fun things that you guys are doing here that, you know, even differ from being at the beach, but like, what have you enjoyed here in your lifestyle?
Yeah, I feel like San Miguel holds a different vibe than the beach.
Oh yeah.
And one of those activities that comes with it is the horseback riding. I feel like that's pretty unique. We didn't have that opportunity in Puerto Morelos. And so having our kids being exposed to the equestrian arts and learning about that has been really fun. We also have them in soccer, Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, and of course Jack started the Warrior Path Club. So those are the main activities that we...
Yeah, and when we first got here, the farm was just up the street. So lots of times we were going to the farm and they got to pet goats and see the chickens and pet the horses and the ponies. So, and the donkey. So, you know, like that was experience that I thought was absolutely one of my favorite things about being here is that the kids were growing up now with all these animals around them. And they didn't have that in Puerto Morelos or anywhere else.
And I love that you two are both very active. I mean, you played soccer in college, right? Yeah. And you were in the military, so you've gravitated towards these activities for your boys that are very active as well. So I mean, we've gone to jiu-jitsu with you guys as well, so that's been a lot of fun. Great. Okay, so now the difference in cost of living. You mentioned when you were in Costa Rica, it was quite a bit more expensive than you expected because you were living in Seattle and then you moved to Costa Rica and you weren't really saving the money you thought you would be. Once they found San Miguel, the next question was practical. What does it actually cost to raise a family here? Rent, groceries, activities, transportation, homeschooling, and the daily rhythm all matters. So I know right now we're sitting in this beautiful gated community and your home is right here.
Yes.
I'd love to know, like, what are you guys on average spending for your housing?
Housing here is $1,000, with everything, utilities, $1,800.
And you have a 3-bedroom,
3-bedroom,
3.5 bath.
3.5 bath, yep.
Yes, so it's a beautiful home.
Yes.
And then you mentioned you bought your car through crypto. So how much are you actually spending on gas or any type of repairs for your
gas?
car?
We spend literally about $60 a month.
Wow.
Because we don't go far. I mean, even
It's
when
true.
we drive to different towns, Querétaro or anywhere, it's like, I don't know, we just don't go far. It's a small enough town where it's like you're not using a lot of gas.
Right. And then you can just get around. Like even doing horseback riding's not that far from here. Soccer's not too far, right? Warrior Path, we go to that.
And
That's
those
right
are all
down
cheap.
the street.
And those are all much cheaper here in
Yes.
San Miguel. I mean, even just in Mexico in general, I mean, soccer's $25 a month, and it's like
Oh my
3-4
gosh,
days a
right.
week, depending on the games. Jiu-jitsu is about $45 a month.
Uh-huh.
Horseback riding's the most. That's about $100 a month per kid. And both kids get
But
to kind
that's
of go.
still incredibly reasonable because I know for
Yes.
this being an equestrian community, that's very inexpensive.
Yes, yes.
So, oh, that's amazing. Okay, so then what you guys like to go out to eat? You mentioned, I mean,
Yes.
we saw you at Cafeteria
Yes.
and Raíces. We like it too. So, I mean, for food for your family, what on average are you guys spending? From buying groceries or maybe going out to restaurants?
I put usually $2,000 towards our whole family for the month.
That's good.
Yeah, and I mean that's very reasonable. That's going to restaurants. Most restaurants we're spending about $35 for all 4 of us.
Yeah.
I mean, it's very, very doable. I mean, we don't get desserts or anything like that. We get sometimes an appetizer and 4 meals and 3 drinks.
Yeah.
And it's
And I love that we're here in this community and they have a restaurant here.
my
That
gosh.
was one of the big selling
Yes,
points that
yes.
Simone told me. She's like, I don't ever want to leave this community because they have a restaurant and they'll deliver to your door.
Yes, they
It's the
do.
best.
It is the best.
It's the best service, and they're all so kind. And,
Yes.
so good.
And we also, I see you guys at Tianguis. We go to the Placita on Tuesday morning. And so we'll run into each other. Usually I'm gathering my things and leaving and they're arriving and getting delicious breakfast. Bolillos and gorditas.
Gorditas.
Yeah.
I have to get the gorditas after.
You gotta get it. So, oh, that's great. Okay, so then all together with your expenses, what do you guys think you're spending for a family of 4?
Anywhere from $4,000 to $4,300
Yeah, that's
a month.
great.
Yeah,
Yes, very reasonable.
very reasonable. I mean, that's rent, that's utilities, that's all the activities, that's restaurants,
Wow.
gas, traveling around.
And you guys are spending time together as a family and being more intentional, which is exactly what you
That's
guys
exactly
wanted.
what we wanted. We didn't know how we would get here,
Yeah.
and it was a bumpy
Took a
ride. But we got here, and
That's right.
now people are like, well, how'd you get here? Oh, we took the long route.
Yeah.
The scenic route.
Hey, that's the best way to do it. You learned, you pivot,
Yes.
and you're here with us. I want you two to share, what do you love about San Miguel? And maybe what are some of the challenges you've experienced? Because I think you both have different takes. So
Yeah.
Simone, you want to go first?
Yeah, I mean, I think the best part of San Miguel is that it has so much for our children. And that was one of the selling points too, is knowing that there were a lot of homeschoolers here, so that there's activities during the day, versus in most other places you have to wait till 3-4 p.m. Before activities begin. And so there's so many things during the day, like our carpentry class we were taking, our oldest two, that was really neat. There's like robotics classes, so many things during the day, and I think that's my favorite part of San
Yes.
Miguel.
Yeah, and for me, I would say San Miguel it offers all the activities my kids want. Jiu-jitsu,
Yeah.
soccer. I was able to build my own Warrior Kid Club here.
Yes.
So there's just many opportunities, depending what your kid likes or doesn't like, for them to do. A swim class, that's right in the middle of the day for us. So horseback riding, there's just so many things available to kids. And I think it's still one of the best towns I've ever lived in, hands down, for kids and
Right.
for just families in general.
Because in Puerto Morelos, and we've been there as well, that you have that small town feel, and it's very nice and cozy, but not all the amenities, right? So you get the amenities here, you get the activities, and I love it too. That's why we love being here as well. Okay, so now share some of the challenges, because everyone maybe has a slightly different challenge.
Go on.
Simone, you go first.
I love motherhood outdoors. And I feel like
Yes.
it's the best for my nervous system. I feel more relaxed, but here I really don't. I feel like some of the wildness of my children can't be expressed fully because of a lot of the cacti and the thorns. Like even on a basic tree that you want to climb, it's like wait, there's thorns on the branches. They're like everywhere, and I feel like that's a really big struggle for me. Like even I pride myself a lot in being like a barefoot person and like connecting to the earth, and that's really difficult to do when there could be, things impaling your
Nature's
feet.
a little more aggressive here in San Miguel. That is
It's a little
true.
bit more, we're more spiky here.
Yes.
Yeah. For me, that's not nearly as bad. I think the worst thing here for me is the dry season. Just the dry weather in general, just weird things happen to your lips and your skin. And, that's literally it. But it's so fast and it's over that I forget that it even happened.
And right now we're in the rainy season, so it rains a few hours every day, but it's so nice.
I love the
And
rainy
it's like not so humid like being by the beach, but it's not as dry as when it's the dry season, 100%. Okay, so what is next? What's the big dream for Jack and Simone?
Definitely scaling our businesses, making them bigger and riding this wave
Yes.
and helping as many people as we can.
Changing the world.
Yes.
Yeah. And now, I know you guys are living in the city now. You live right next to us, but is it your intention to extend your rental, or do you guys want to stay in the city?
No.
No?
Yeah, we're really looking for land. That is our ultimate end goal, is to have land to build a community, the one that we were searching for in Costa Rica and didn't find, and kind of shifted things after a second baby, and now that's what we want, is to have land, grow our own food, have animals, and really live this life of freedom in a bigger way. So we have this freedom in our family, but we want to, open that up and really grow that for the people that we want to be in our land and new people along the way.
Yeah. So I know Jack is ready to settle, but I know you, Simone, you have that wandering spirit. And you mentioned that you love water and you've lived by the beach. And so there's like a missing that. But also any type of body of water that you can swim in, right? River, creek, lake, pond.
Yeah, big, massive pond.
Big, massive pond. So I would love to share with you guys that a few months ago, Benjamin was actually contacted by a Canadian couple that owns land that's not too far outside of San Miguel. It's about maybe 20 minutes outside of San Miguel. And it is an oasis. Like even during the dry season, because it has a river that runs through it, it's in a valley, it has animals, it has land for farming, and the couple is looking for people that have the desire to grow an intentional eco-village. It's just two of them, and they have a home, they have extra houses, and they want an intentional community themselves. Would you guys want to take a tour with us?
I do.
Absolutely, absolutely.
Yeah. So I think that's what we have to do next. That in our next episode, we're going to take you guys out with the kiddos and explore this intentional eco-village that has yet to be born. And it will take you full circle to the beginning of what you were looking for in the first place. So let's go see.